Leland, there's been a whole lot of talk about private credit in the past year. BondBloxx was one of the first ETF players with the PCMM ETF. It's a private credit CLO. How has it done over the past year?
Reception's been great. We've had so many conversations with advisors. I think first and foremost, the excitement has been, okay, you've got private credit now in an ETF wrapper. So what does that mean? That means private credit that's diversified, private credit that is exchange traded so you can get in and out, private credit that is transparent, and private credit where the fees are lower than most other vehicles where you can access private credit.
And you had one of the first private credit ETFs out there. Since then, there's been a lot of followers. What makes yours different from what you've seen in the marketplace?
Yeah, so as you say, we were first to market with PCMM. I think what differentiates our product is really that focus on diversification. So our product is access to middle market private credit, which tends to be companies with around 100 million in EBITDA. And that access is really first of its kind. And so I think that's a real differentiator, and it is 100% liquid CLO private credit.
And how are financial advisors utilizing it in client portfolios?
Yeah, so PCMM in portfolios is a really good complement if you already own an interval fund, right? But you want something that is transparent, daily liquid, actually exchange traded, intraday liquid. I think those are the big differentiators. The price is obviously really important. So at 68 basis points, PCMM is less than half of what most interval funds will charge. But most of the advisors that we've talked to, it's really that transparency.
And what's your outlook for the credit markets in 2026? We're going to get a new Fed chief. There's a lot happening in the credit markets. What's your outlook?
Indeed, a lot going on. We still like credit. We think U.S. companies, the fundamentals, balance sheets, income statements are really strong. We think investors will continue to look for that coupon payment that adds that sort of stable income for a portfolio. So we think credit's strong in 2026.
And you generally view it as a positive, all this attention the private credit market's getting, because there have been a lot of entrants, and that kind of dulls down the entire sector, right?
I think as with any investment, our view is diversification is key. So in our private credit ETF, we own over 68 individual CLOs. Each of those CLOs has over 100 individual credits within them. So you're getting broadly diversified access to private credit. We think that's really important in any market, particularly in private credit.
And then finally, BondBloxx is just not all about private credit. Any other ETF actionable ideas for 2026?
As you mentioned, at BondBloxx, we've got 27 different ETFs. We cover emerging markets, private credit, high yield, investment grade. We like extending duration a little bit with high quality investment grade. So we've got a BBBI ETF in the US investment grade space. We also like emerging markets. We've got a dollar-denominated EM product that is shorter duration than the other products, XCMD. So we like emerging markets in 2026 as well.
All right, well, thanks for coming on and talking about it.
Thanks for having me.